Hey, what's up, magical family? It's Unique Divination, and you're watching Urban Mystic TV. And I am currently here in an undisclosed location, but I haven't done a video for a while. I've been caught up with real life, school, motherhood, wifehood, and all that other good stuff. So there was a lot of stuff that went down when I was gone, and in particular, XXXTENTACION or XXXTENTACION was shot and murdered, I believe, on June 18th, and it automatically just like took me back to when I was 13, going on 14, and we lost Tupac. Now, I didn't follow his career. My husband listens to XXXTENTACION a lot. I know a few of his songs. I really respected his diversity and his message to just be yourself. There's a lot of controversy around him about things and actions that he did while he was alive. There was a lot of people saying, like, fuck him and good that he's dead and all types of other stuff. The boy's only 20 years old. And another reason why it put me in the mind of Tupac was that Tupac had a lot of controversy behind him. I think he went to jail for, or was accused or charged of raping a woman, so he had some criminal things going on in himself, right? When Tupac died, he was 25, I was like 13. And so XXX is 20, and he has a lot of younger followers because of the diverse music that he creates. So, I'm gonna go ahead and say that for this generation, I'm saying from the kids anywhere between 8 years old to his age, 20, he is their Tupac. He may not fit the exact mold, like the type of music. He actually was more, XXX was more creative in his music. He was diverse, from R&B to metal to hip-hop to this new age music. Like, he was all over the place. And he had a lot of people that influenced him, that, Papa Roach, the Gorillaz, Grouper. He had a very diverse influence on him, and that's why he created such good music. But I wanted to do a reading for him, partly for him and partly for the fans, because I see how distraught his fan base is. And like I said, it keeps putting me in the mind of when Tupac died. Like, XXX wasn't the best role model. I mean, he was 20 years old. He had gotten into a lot of stuff, and he was trying to change his life around. And I don't see how people can be out here judging 20-year-olds, you know what I mean, trying to change their life around. I could see if he was a full-fledged adult in his 30s and still hadn't listened, continues to do the same things. But it looked like to me he was trying to change some things around. He even was going to host a charity event, which is supposed to take place, I believe, Sunday. And his family's still going to go forward with the event, even in the event of his demise. So I'm going to be pulling cards about, like, what he meant to his fans, and to family. So let's see what the cards got for us. Love. He put that message out there, and definitely for his fans. He always said that he couldn't do it without them. You know what I mean? He loved his fans dearly, and he wanted to teach his fans to love themselves. A lot of his fans and himself dealt with, like, depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts. And if we don't get anything from XXX, we get that he wants us to love ourselves and to build a relationship with yourself. Be comfortable with yourself. And that's something that I think that he was learning to do even up until his death. You know what I mean? He was finding himself, discovering himself more through his music, through his creativity, and his fans gave him that support, and that he needed to feel loved. And that was his message, you know what I mean? To kind of, let's love ourselves. Ace of Cups. it's kind of hard to talk about emotions, and we need to find an outlet. And I think, I watched a couple of his live streams, and he always talked about journaling. He was big on journaling. He wrote songs and music according to how he felt. And so I think if anything that we need to learn from XXX is we need to learn how to start articulating and expressing our emotions to help us heal. You know what I mean? 7 of Pentacles reversed. It means Lord of Success unfulfilled. So reversed, it means that we need to put a little bit more effort. He was a very hard worker. I've seen a lot of interviews and live streams, and it seems like, and just his following, his cult following that he got from SoundCloud, he put the effort in to get what he wanted in life. He may not have lived a long life, but I think it was very fulfilling for him. He said if he couldn't do anything, if he could just teach all them kids out there to know that they're loved and for his music to touch them, that was more than enough. So he put the work in to obtain that. You know what I mean? Lord of Material Trouble. 5 of Pentacles. Clearly there was some issues with how he moved in the world. I feel like maybe he should have had some security with him. He felt like that was where he grew up. He wasn't going to be scared of anybody. That situation may have been a little bit different if he would have had security with him. So protect yourself. Be aware what we can get from this situation, fans. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of the people that don't like you and the people that do like you, especially the people that don't like you. You know what I mean? Just don't go around thinking that you're untouchable, and always be prepared for haters in this physical realm. And the last card I'm going to pull is 6 of Wands, Lord of Victory. And so ultimately, fans of XXX, he's a martyr. He's a martyr for you guys. He's for somebody for you guys to look up to. And the difference between my era with Tupac and you guys' era is the age of technology. Like, he did so many live streams, all his social media accounts, Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Y'all have so many assets to still, YouTube, to still see him. All we had was like news media coverage, maybe magazines, the videos he uplifted. So you guys have more of a benefit of keeping XXX alive. We've kept Tupac alive, but it's going to be different because of the technology world that we live in, as far as XXX now being an icon for everybody throughout the world. So I hope everybody appreciated the little reading I did about him and the energy, and his fans and everything. And like I said, rest in peace, XXX. I think he was just getting started. So unfortunately, it is what it is. Like I said, he's a martyr now. He's going to live through his music. He has a child. And his name's going to live on 20 years from now. Just like we hear about Tupac, I could see XXX coming up. And I think that he's birthed a whole new era of artists with how he presented his music. So thank you for watching the video. Leave a comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And to those of you that are leaving requests underneath my comments, I will get to you when I can. I've got a lot of things going on, and I'm not blowing anybody off, but I'll just get to you. So continue to let me know who you want me to do a reading for, and eventually I'll get to it, okay? Alright, so you guys have a good night.